Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to another exciting, amazing, incredible, just unbelievable Action-packed. See, there's one that I missed. Staying up with Pat and Jodi.
No matter what time it is, you're staying up.
You're staying
up.
You
can hear this.
Yeah, because what if you normally go to sleep at like 4 in the afternoon because you got to wake up early, but you stayed up till 6 in the evening to listen to this? You're still staying up.
I think I still, we had this discussion. By the way, I'm Jodi Harris, the other half.
Not.
Yes, so Sight and Sound, CEO of Fun. Sight and what do I am giving? I'm giving myself a cheap, shameless plug here. CEO of Fun, Jodi Harris, Sight and Sound events.
Yeah.
It's party time all the time. Stop! No, I'm Jodi Harris, staying up with Pat and Jodi. Jodi Harris.
Okay, so you're kind of going off the.
I'm going off the grid here. I'm so excited.
No, you're not off the grid. You're on the grid. That's why you're on Staying Up with Pat and Jodi, because you're on the grid.
You're cutting out every other word, but okay.
You're not cut. No, that's your headphones.
Oh, my headphones are acting like kooky?
Yeah, because I can hear myself perfectly.
Oh, okay. Cool. I can hear myself now.
Okay.
Don't tweak my wire.
Don't tweak.
So, Pat, I have to... Don't tweak. That was last week's show, by the way. That was the weed show that we did. The weed show. No, this week we're tweaking. Twerking. No, I have to tell you one thing, Pat. Happy National Cheesecake Day. Today is National Cheesecake Day. Today.
Are you saying that because I'm fat?
No, I'm saying it because my microphone keeps acting weird. My headphones. There you go. Okay, there we go. National Cheesecake. That was better, Pat. Thank you for fixing that.
That's because I'm amazing.
You are amazing. That's why I married you.
All it took was my touch. All it took was my touch.
I can go somewhere. I could so go somewhere that we are married.
That's right.
Okay, so it's National Cheesecake Day today, and if you guys are heading over to the Cheesecake Factory, it's half-priced cheesecakes.
So did they buy an ad?
No, but I'm just telling you that today is National Cheesecake Day.
I just gave them a free plug. And by the time people listen to this, it won't be National Cheesecake Day. So, it'll be National Smoothie Day.
Can you switch out my headphones because I'm really not hearing anything?
Why don't you grab those ones that are sitting right in front of you?
Okay.
How's that?
All right. Welcome to the world.
Technical
issues. Here, take those.
Technical issues.
My hair's a mess. Okay. I still can't hear myself.
Are you
I can't.
Sure?
Okay, I can now. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm back.
Wow.
This is live.
Jodi.
This is live
Only
podcasting,
Jodi.
Folks. This is live. Anyway, it's National Cheesecake Day, and I'm super excited about National Cheesecake.
Too bad it's not National Headphone Day.
It should be. Let's go open up a GoFundMe account and get Jodi some decent headphones.
Get Jodi some good headphones that she won't break.
Yeah, so they don't break.
They don't make those.
I have great headphones that I use when I spin.
Yeah.
Wicca Wicca.
Wicca Wicca.
Wicca Wicca. That's going for Dana.
Yeah.
Wicca Wicca. Okay.
Wicca Wicca.
So anyway, Pat, how you feeling today?
I am sore like a son of a bitch.
Why are you sore?
I'm sore because I started on Monday. I've been trying to exercise regularly, but just like anything else, I kind of need to be. Everybody's different on how they keep motivated, but I kind of need to have a schedule put in front of me to keep me on track.
Truth?
It's hard to just come up each day and go, well, what am I going to do today? So on Monday, and this is a site that I've been following for a long time, buy my supplements through them and stuff. I started on the Athlean X AX1 90-day trading program, and I've already done P90X, and I know what that's like. And
you've done DDP yoga.
And I've done DDP yoga.
And you still do.
And I still do one. Yeah, and I'm going to take a little break from that while I'm doing this and then start to intermix the two so that I can get some flexibility and some strength. But I need to work on practical strength and cardio and things like that, and that has all this in there. So this is all developed by a guy who does... Personally, he trains a lot of professional athletes. He's a physical therapist, and so there's science behind it. I'm kind of a nerd, so I like when there's science behind things, not just guys that come up with stuff and go, "This works great." Look at me. So
look at me.
Yeah. So I started that, and yesterday was lower body and core.
Oh, wow.
And let's just say my lower body is in pain today.
Damn, I won't be having fun tonight.
And guess what? Guess what today's workout was?
It was, you told me lunges.
Sprints.
Did you do them?
I did half of what they asked. They said do at least 5. I did 5. That's all I could do before I felt like I was going to fall over dead.
Really? Well, be careful because you did have your knee surgery.
Oh, no. I did everything.
Last year, and I don't want you to...
I asked them ahead of time.
Okay.
I did everything on the spin bike.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to screw up my knees again.
No,
so
please.
I did everything. So you have to do 5-minute warm up, then you do 40 seconds at a reasonable pace, 20-second sprint, 40-second normal, 20-second sprint, and you just keep doing that with no break, just constantly. And so right about the time I felt like I was going to pass out, I said, okay, so I think 5 is my limit for now.
Okay. Please don't pass out when there's nobody home at the house.
No, I want, because the dogs aren't going to care.
Chingo isn't going to be calling it 911. Or 411.
No, they're just
whatever
gonna
it is. Something
going to lay next to me and want me to pet them.
They'll be licking your face.
Like they did, like Champ did at 6 o'clock this morning. But anyway, so yes.
Well, that's good, Pat. Good for you. You're making a difference. You're on day 4.
Trying to be.
I know we have not
day
had
400. I might be where I need to be, but got to get rid of a lot of
We have not had lunch together all week. Which,
No, we did one day, kind of.
No, we didn't.
3 o'clock, Chipotle.
Oh, that's true. We did eat Chipotle at 3 o'clock. All right. Well, good for you. I mean, I've been going to the gym. I've been going every other day. Tomorrow is a gym day, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass tomorrow. Jodi has a full schedule.
¿Por qué?
I've got hair. I've got a hair appointment.
Oh, hair maintenance. That trumps everything.
Trumps everything. And
everything.
And, Pat, I'm also thinking about these eyelash extensions.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, Stephanie McMahon had them done. And there's a place right next door to the penthouse that does eyelash extensions. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to get my eyelashes done.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So Stephanie McMahon says she doesn't have to put on any mascara because now and she goes 3 weeks and then they fill them in. That might be. I think I'm digging that. So
okay, we'll see.
All right. Anyway, speaking of McMahon's, and we're gonna lose Mike Walter. We had him when you said exercise. Now we're gonna lose him because we're gonna go into wrestling. John Cena the other night. Oh on my God!
Because we went to go see,
not only Trainwreck, but his nose. But let's talk Trainwreck.
Trainwreck first. Trainwreck. Okay, so if you didn't see the movie Trainwreck with Amy Schumer, which by the way, Amy Schumer wrote. And I think had a producer's credit in there as well. Did quite a lot there.
She was amazing.
And
she was really good.
She's very good in it. She's a very good actress, which she could do the emotion. She's not just a dirty comedian, which most people think. She's actually a classically trained actress, and it was actually really, really good. And it seemed a little bit like kind of her real life, but
because we've heard her on Opie
on
and
some
Jim
of the stories,
and Anthony, and about the cab driver
getting fingered by a cab driver.
I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah, well, and she wanted it, and then he wanted to follow them home, and when they realized that it was kind of a mistake, she went, we'll call you later. Anyway, if you want to learn more about that, look up Amy Schumer's comedy bits, and
look up the cab driver.
The cab driver story on Opie and Anthony. It was back when it was Opie and Anthony.
Oh my God, that story is crazy.
It is hysterical.
But Trainwreck.
So straight Trainwreck
was
a great movie, very funny.
John Cena. Can we talk about why John Cena?
Jodi
I got my money's worth.
She was. Yeah, she'll go watch this again because it wasn't a totally nude scene.
I give John Cena 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, and he gave you 1 thumb up when he was...
Oh my God, but no, when he was doing it with Amy in the bed, he had a nude scene, everybody. John Cena had a nude scene.
Which, that's all you had to say for Jodi.
Oh my God. The guy is built like a rock, like a stone. He is chiseled. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's all I have to say about John Cena naked. Nikki Bella, thumbs up, girl. You go. That was better than anything I could ever seen of Magic Mike, and I haven't seen that yet.
I think the funniest part of that scene was when he runs into the bathroom and he's going to wash up, and he's completely naked, and he turns around, and there's basically just a little hand towel hanging from his man bits, and he's still, hard as a rock.
Yes.
And it's kind of pointing up a little bit, and yeah, it's
he has
pretty
an
funny.
erection.
Yeah,
say. I mean, we've said
he has erection.
He had a towel hanging off of it.
Yeah,
Needless to
a
say,
wet towel.
Yes, it was amazing. But anyway, John Cena in Trainwreck is great. The movie was fun. I definitely don't recommend you take your children to this movie. It's
a
not
lot
one
of adult content.
If you're uncomfortable with sex and nudity,
which we're not. No, we like
Malibu,
sex and nudity.
on the other hand, might be a little.
She would
totally
she would
not like this movie.
She would
she's
turn
listening
red.
now, and I'm getting
Malibu. Don't go see this.
Don't go see this with Ginger.
You will pass out. You'll lose consciousness.
No, Malibu's
if you watch
idea
this.
of a good movie is like Malibu likes comedies.
She likes a good romantic comedy,
She
which this was
loved-
kind of a romantic comedy,
It
but a
was.
dirty romantic comedy.
Very dirty Malibu.
So you don't want
Whoops, I dropped my pen.
You
I'm
don't
so
want
excited.
the dirty romantic comedy. You just want the romantic comedy.
She
So
loved.
You
can I
need to
tell
see
you?
something with Jennifer Aniston in it, or
No,
something like that.
yeah, Malibu's thing was she loved Goldie Hawn movie, Foul Play. That's Malibu's
That wasn't
favorite.
really a romantic comedy.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Foul Play with Chevy Chase. Oh my God, that was like a great movie. That is Malibu. Beware of the midgets. They're taking over the world. That was our favorite line. Beware of the midgets. They're taking over the world. But no, but Bill Hader, he was great in it.
Very good in that.
Oh my God, LeBron was awesome.
Shockingly good.
What a great actor. Yeah.
Shockingly good. He
Yeah.
was likable.
Yes.
He came across like with a great personality, and he sold his character very well.
Yes.
You truly believed that he was a cheap ass and didn't want to pick up the tab.
Oh my God,
which
that scene was
that's
so
all I'm going to say about that
hysterical.
scene. You got to watch it.
Yes.
It's pretty funny.
Yes.
But watching him bully Bill Hader around on the basketball court, just basically knocking him around. That was actually really
and then
funny.
Bill Hader, by the way, actually made that shot. There was that shot and he goes, "Who's your daddy?" They kept that in because he didn't realize that he said it, and the producers kept that in the movie because he was on the Today Show and he talked about that. But that was pretty fun. So yeah, that's a great movie. Totally recommend that. Next week we're going to see something. I'm not sure. Oh, are we going to Vacation?
Either Vacation or Mission Impossible 3.
Okay.
So,
if Pat Mobley goes, it's Mission Impossible 3. Mobley doesn't go. I want to see Vacation.
Yeah. So, but definitely Trainwreck if you're into adult humor.
No kids. Don't bring your kids. And it might be uncomfortable if you're on a date. Just saying.
Depends on the date.
It depends. If you're rushing into it, it might be a good idea.
If the date needs to end in a little wicka.
If you want the wicka.
Yeah, you want the wicka. Hey, this might set the tone.
But John Cena, again, what an athlete. Oh my God, Pat. John Cena is an amazing worker. Monday Night Raw, John Cena busted his nose.
Well, he got his nose busted.
Yeah.
He didn't break it himself.
If you see folks, go on Twitter, Instagram.
Smashed in and
it's on the other side of his friggin' face.
It's a few inches off the center mark there.
And he kept wrestling. And it wasn't like, okay, like, let's do the finishing move and then we're over. Like, he had another 10 to 15 minutes in him. The man is amazing.
You got to think about if any of us got our nose broken, we're done.
I'm done. I'm out.
We're done.
I get a chipped nail.
He kept going and doing some amazing stuff for another 15 minutes.
At least.
Like you said, the doctor had to keep checking on him because some bad things can happen when your nose is broken and you're doing stuff like that. So we had to make sure that he wasn't going to lose consciousness, that there was no weird bleeding.
He was bleeding. Let me tell you something. There was blood all. Thank God that was the last match.
They usually don't like blood too because of the corporate stuff. So but they let it go.
No,
it
was real. It was really happening. They had no choice.
Yeah. So
but the doctor,
they had plastic surgeons were the first on his list after that because they aren't going to mess with that pretty boy
And you
face.
got one of their biggest events of the year coming up, which is SummerSlam. That's just weeks away in New York, and they can't afford to have John Cena out for that. And we all know that he has wrestled. Remember that he had that big thing on his arm? He wrestled right up until
the surgery.
Till the surgery. So, and also today I spent a lot of my day, doing stuff in the office, of course, answering emails. But I came across we talk about Periscope, Pat. I came across on Periscope. I follow Stephanie McMahon, and Stephanie McMahon is the chief brand officer of World Wrestling Entertainment. She's in Las Vegas, and she was periscoping, getting ready right before she was going to a conference. So Stephanie did this conference called the Experian Marketing Services Conference, where she gave a seminar on branding, which, by the way, friggin' amazing. Her seminar was so good. You can go on Google and just type in Experian Marketing Services. I'll put a link on the Facebook page for you guys. But one of the things that she was talking about in regards to John Cena is that, I don't know if you know this, but John Cena has made more Make-A-Wishes than any celebrity or any person around the world.
Yeah, anybody.
He is up to his 500th Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
The guy is amazing.
No, he's the real deal. You know, he's not a BS celebrity that just does stuff for publicity. I mean, he really puts his heart and soul into that, and like I said, he's an amazingly hard worker. There's somebody there that can write his own ticket with that company because he puts in 110% every single moment.
I mean, I'm not the biggest John Cena fan in the world. He's not like,
except when he's naked.
Yeah, now I have a new respect for a naked John Cena.
Yeah.
I don't
know if you'd call that respect.
I have something for the naked John Cena.
I think it'd be more of a lust.
But I do have to say he's just an amazing human being. Whether you love him, you cheer him, you boo him, he's just a great guy, all around great guy. And he's also on Total Divas because his girlfriend is Nikki Bella, and he's totally honest.
Who ain't so bad herself.
No, and I bet you she looks good naked, huh?
Yeah, I would have to assume so. I would take a gander at those pictures.
Yeah, those two naked must be friggin' amazing. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. But
I just lost
my train of thought. I'm just thinking about a naked John Cena, and that's all I have to say. But anyway, the Milwaukee Lion. I want to bring this up. The latest,
the one that's missing.
Yeah, they still haven't found. By the way, folks, the Milwaukee Lion. By the way, the hashtag is MKE Lion. MKE Lion.
If you see it.
However, as of 4:32 p.m. today, Milwaukee police field new calls about a large wild cat in the city. So I think we're close to zeroing in on the lion. I think the police, we might have, but who knows, by the end of this podcast, they might have caught this thing. They're saying that it really could be, now they're saying it could be a real lion. I mean, not a lion, but some big mountain cat.
It's a mountain cat. It would be a female because it doesn't have the big mane.
It's a large wild cat.
Yeah, large
and they're
wild
telling
cat.
people they should immediately move to a position of safety in a home, in a car, etc. So there are sightings of the cat.
I don't know how this thing, something that big and that ferocious has been able to go unseen for this long. I mean, granted, they're pretty smart. But the thing's going to get hungry. It's going to kill somebody's pet. It's going to do something,
I'm surprised that this thing must come out really late at night.
They hunt at night.
There can't be a lot to do in Milwaukee.
But it's got to sleep. It's got to sleep somewhere. So where is he sleeping? Where, someplace.
It's one smart. Let me just tell you, it's one smart cat. Now, the cat is.
They're all smart.
Well, the cat's from Milwaukee, Pat. Do you remember what famous TV show was filmed in Milwaukee? You're laughing, so I think you know the answer.
Laverne and Shirley.
Well, and the Happy Days, the Fonz.
Days, yeah.
They should send the Fonz out to look for the cat. Hey, yo, kitty, hey.
Oh,
remember how the Fonz?
Maybe he could jump him on a motorcycle.
He could jump over him on a motorcycle.
Hey.
Hey.
I know I jumped the shark, but now I'm gonna jump the lion. Hey.
You sound like Vinny from New Jersey.
Hey, yo, because I don't do a good Fonz, but Vinny from New Jersey, I could do.
Hey,
how you doing? Hey, yo, how you doing?
Maybe they should send Vinny from New Jersey over to jump.
Vinny from New Jersey needs to go to Milwaukee to go hunt that thing down and bring it home safely.
Oh my God! But the last thing you want to do if you live in Milwaukee is do this. Okay, if you see that cat, you do not want to go, here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Yeah, because it might come over.
Because a man says he petted zoo cougars. A guy in Delaware, Ohio, a man jumped a fence to pet cougars at the Columbus Zoo and posted a video of it on YouTube. He says he jokingly said, here, kitty, kitty, here, kitty, kitty, and the cats moved close. He actually said, here, kitty, kitty, here, kitty, kitty, and the cats came.
They should have eaten him, the dumbass.
So I guess apparently this is it's on YouTube. It's a 35-year-old guy. Long story short,
not a very bright one. This
dude has been fined $200 and he's been sentenced to 4 days in jail.
Wow.
He should have just he should just throw him back in the with the cougars.
They must have kept those things really well fed because if they were even the slightest
they let him
hungry,
pet him.
He would have been. Yeah, I know, but they're still wild animals. So
Remember the time that we...
They don't like new people in their... That's their home. They don't like people in their home.
Every time Pat and I go on a road trip and I see like a wild animal or a cow... Cow's a wild animal. When I see a stray animal, what do we see?
Cows are wild animals.
Cows. What else? Sheep. The sheep. Remember we saw the sheep in California, and then we saw like over here we have coyotes. So we have a lot of coyotes, and I'm like, hey, kitty, 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 hey, kitty. He's like, don't you say that.
Yeah, not very smart. Yeah,
no.
You don't need to go out into the wilderness ever.
Ever. I do not camp. No camping for me. Never take me to camping. I will not go with you on camping. I will not sleep in a tent.
She will not.
I am not sleeping on the floor. I am only sleeping in something that's called Hilton, Marriott, Hyatt. I won't even stay in a Super 8, okay, or a Motel 6.
A Super 8 would be camping for
That's
her.
camping.
That would be camping.
Yes.
That would be like, oh, this bed.
Yes.
But anyway, talking of being in the wild, there's this big story that's been going around is about the American dentist who paid $50,000 to go and shoot a lion. Now, apparently, he's being sought in connection with the case that's drawn international attention for the killing of Cecil the lion.
How does this lion have a name?
Because the Cecil the lion was actually part of it, and it's part of the story, was actually part of a study and was in a protected area.
Oh.
So the man suspected in Cecil's death is Walter James Palmer of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. According to Johnny Rodriguez, I guess how you say it. It's not Rodriguez, but Rodriguez, head of the Zimbabwe Conservation Task Force. Cecil... who was 13, the lion was 13, was a prized lion in the Zimbabwe Hwang National Park, where visitors reportedly cited him frequently. A video of the animals, it says here, a video of the animal, regal, indifferent, and sleepy-eyed, has been widely disseminated. So, you know, the thing just kind of hanging out. He was a participant in a study that Oxford University in Britain was conducting, and he had been outfitted with a GPS collar.
Oh, okay.
The police officials in Zimbabwe said that the two Zimbabweans had been arrested in the case, and that police were looking for Palmer. I don't know how they're looking for Palmer since he's not going to be there. They know he's an American dentist. Now, an alleged $50,000 payment was made to those two, because they were his guides.
So this was like kind of like fantasy camp.
No, it's not a fantasy camp. It's something that's been around for hundreds of years, where you pay guides to take you to go hunt wild game. And that's something that's sad, because it's like, you know, there's not a lot of lions left. And there's even more bad news that'll come here in a second. But basically the story states that the Zimbabweans... Honest, it looks like it's spelled honest. It could be pronounced differently. Trimore, and I ain't even going to try the last name.
Oh, so these are the two.
And Theo Bronkhorst were due in court Wednesday, according to a statement from the Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife Recreation Management Authority and Safari Operators Association of Zimbabwe. I guess it looks like Bronkhorst, these names are tough, is a professional hunter, the statement says. And Rodriguez said Palmer was an American and gave his passport number and street address, but police were more vague. Charity Chambra, a Zimbabwe police spokeswoman, these names are interesting.
Well, when you live in...
Charity Charamba, the spokeswoman said the police were seeking Palmer, who might be an American or a Spaniard. How do they not know this when this is international news?
Okay,
How do they not get that this has been all over the place? Well, the thing is, they know him, and he's already had to close his dental office because people are after this guy.
So they know who he is.
They know who he is, and they know, and what's her name? The actress that
Sandra Bullock,
not Sandra Bullock, the one that Woody Harrelson, not Woody Harrelson,
Mia Farrow.
Mia Farrow I don't know why I had brain fart on her name. Mia Farrow actually texted out or Facebooked or something this guy's address.
Good for Mia Farrow. Good, thumbs up.
Basically saying that you should go down there and have a talk with this guy. So
good, they found out who he was.
Well, yeah, I mean we have all his name.
So
and everything.
what's his take? I have no.
Okay, first of all,
I know nothing about this story. By the way, I don't even want to know.
So basically, this Palmer. Is a dentist, and he paid $50,000
to
have
Africa.
A professional guide hunter take him to hunt a lion, and kill a lion.
And he killed this little Cecil guy.
Yes, it's not little; it's a big boy. But again, things get a little worse from there. So it says in the statement Tuesday, Palmer, who runs a dental practice. First off, they said that the allegations is that the lion was killed illegally. First of all,
illegally.
Well, not of course, because there's places they can do it legally. They can do it legally in some places, even though it's a lion.
Obviously, this lion was killed illegally. He's part of a science
and
study.
He was in a national park.
Yeah.
And all. So in the statement Tuesday, Palmer, who runs a dental practice, said he hired professional guides who secured proper permits. According to him, they had the proper permits. It still doesn't make this Palmer guy less of a douchebag. Okay, because let's face it, if you need to go with a guide and go hunt an endangered animal just to put a trophy on your wall, you're a douchebag, and that's the nicest terms I can use for you. Mm-hmm. I mean, anybody who trophy hunts is an asshole. I'm just going to say that right now. I mean, if you have to hunt to survive, to live, if you do it for sustenance, and let's face it, we all eat meat, so that comes from some animal. But and in the wild, they kill each other all the time.
Yes.
But that's to survive and live. Okay, not to put a trophy on your frickin' wall. That to me is ridiculous. It said, I had no idea that the lion I took was a known local favorite, was collared and part of a study until the end of the hunt. I relied on the expertise of my local professional guides to ensure a legal hunt. He said no authorities in Zimbabwe or the United States had contacted him, but that he would assist them with any inquiries. The hunter concluded, again, I deeply regret that my pursuit of an activity I love and practice responsibly and legally resulted in the taking of this lion, which, again, all seems like a load of bullshit.
Yeah.
Rodriguez said Palmer's apparently paid $50,000 for the kill, and we assume that Braun Chorst received the money. He's the professional hunter. The incident may not be the first time Palmer has run afoul with the law while hunting. And I got to listen to this because the story gets even more interesting. A man by the same name and age from the same town illegally killed a black bear in Wisconsin several years ago, according to court documents. That individual pleaded guilty and making false statements. Okay, it's also been reported that he's killed now this could all be bullshit, but they're looking into it more, that he's also paid to kill a polar bear and a walrus.
Let's go to his house and find out. He's like the dude in Roadhouse.
Yeah.
That had the animals in his house, Ben Gazzara's character.
Yeah, all over the place.
Yeah, and then the bear fell on Tigger.
Yeah.
You know, at the end,
yeah.
The bear fell on me. Why don't we go to this
and
dude's
just have
house?
all of his stuff that he killed fall on top of it. If he survives, he just...
I'll bet you money. Come on, if he killed the walrus and he killed all this other stuff, he's got it. He's got it in his house. He's got it in the trophy room, like Ben Gazzara.
He must have a 2-inch penis.
He's no John Cena.
And there's even more.
I don't want to know anymore.
More about him.
Let's not give this guy any more publicity.
He made false statements. Well, he needs proper publicity. He made false statements to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and was sentenced to 1 year on probation in order to pay a fine of nearly $3,000, which to somebody like that is absolutely nothing. $3,000. He's like, okay, I got away with it. Attempts to contact Palmer's lawyer Tuesday about the 2006 case were unsuccessful. John Austin, a spokesman for Palmer. So Palmer has a spokesman, but then again, only rich guys can do this kind of stupid shit anyway.
Could be his lawyer.
Said, yeah, well, of course, or just a PR person. Said he is aware of the report on the bear case, but had no information, of course. Now, here's the thing about Cecil. When they were hunting this, they did not kill the lion immediately. They were hunting with bow and arrows. Okay, he was wounded and then tracked for another 40 hours. So this thing had an arrow in him
Please.
and was wounded running around for 40 hours.
No more.
Cecil's,
I can't.
Cecil's death was cruel by Rodriguez's account. On July 6th, Rodriguez said that Bronchorst took Palmer to Huang National Park. They were hunting at night with a spotlight, and they spotted Cecil. They then tied a dead animal to their vehicle to lure Cecil out of the park.
Enough. I don't want to hear anymore.
Okay.
I can't.
And then
Pat,
he finally killed him. And here's the bad part. Now, they discovered that he'd been fitted with a GPS collar and tried to destroy it. Okay. Cecil was then skinned and beheaded. And contrary to early reports, the head has not been found. They haven't found it.
Yeah, because it's in that guy's house. Go to that guy's house. That's where it is.
Now,
in his garage
here's the saddest part of this, and this is unfortunately how nature works with these animals. The saddest part of this is now that Cecil is dead, the next line in the hierarchy is Jericho, not Chris Jericho, the wrestler, but Jericho, and he will most likely kill all of Cecil's cubs so that he can insert his own bloodline into the females. And this is a standard procedure with lions.
Very sad. Somebody go to that friggin' dentist's house and just take a gun and let's shoot him and put his fucking head on a wall.
Well, let's not suggest anything like that on the.
Jesus.
You do whatever you feel is right, but
How sad, Pat. I mean, how do you? It's just.
Yeah, so this is an absolute travesty, and granted,
it's making news everywhere. It's national.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted you to bring it up. I didn't want to read the story. I just can't deal with it. I can't watch animal. I can't. A dog. That commercial comes on TV with the dogs.
No, I can't watch that either.
I can't watch that. Now you're always on my mind. I can't. Lily Nelson. I can't do it. I just can't.
This whole deal,
lion.
a beautiful lion, and the thing is, there's so few of them left. I think they were saying less than 3,400 left.
Wow.
And
how sad.
And this is something where how is it even legal for something with that low a number that's endangered to be hunted? Period. How do you even allow that? It just kind of shows that the people, the people in Zimbabwe are not without fault in this either, because obviously this is something that this guy does. These guys down there do on a regular basis, and they hunt endangered species and everything all the time, and it's just a really sad story.
People pay a lot of money to go on those African safaris. So,
yeah. So, but
well. Just so sad. Anyway, did you hear about the trouble that Jennifer Beals is in right now?
Switching gears. Jennifer Beals.
I'm switching gears. Okay, yeah, because I can't talk about the lion
I like
anymore.
Jennifer Beals.
Jennifer Beals, Flashdance. Well, apparently Jennifer Beals was caught leaving her dog in a hot car.
Oh, that bitch.
That bitch. Yes. She has a large German Shepherd-like dog, and I guess apparently she was shooting in Dunbar, British Columbia. It's a British Columbia, BC, Dunbar. And they noticed that the dog was panting in the car, which is a sign of distress. And it would happen just before noon, just so it's hot outside.
Yeah.
And passerby saw this, called the police. Jennifer Beals finally came out of wherever she was at, and they said to her, "What's up? Why would you do this?" And she's like, "It's Dunbar. It's fine. Thank you." And the guy said, "It's fine, okay, but just letting you know, I'm reporting this." And the car reached 77. On the day, they said the day the dog was, there was not enough window open for the dog.
Yeah,
and it was on
air.
a day. Yeah, and it was on a day when the temperature reached 77 degrees in Fahrenheit at that time. At that time of the day, outside it was 77. So it could have been 87 in the car
or more. It could have been close to 100 actually.
So, Jennifer Beals released a statement about the incident. She said, "I have loved dogs my whole life. They've been in my life since the day I was born. Every dog I've ever had has been a rescue. I would never jeopardize an animal's safety ever. I've worked with dogs in obedience, agility, and shepherding shepherding training. I am not only a loving dog owner, but a discerning one. Sorry, discerning one. The morning was a cool 73 degrees. I and others were wearing jackets. I rolled off all 4 windows down and left the car for 5 minutes to pick up my laundry. My car was visible to me the entire time. I wondered why 2 people were congregated by my car taking pictures of my girl. Proud mama thought it was just because she's so gorgeous. While I appreciate their vigilance, and what must have felt like courage on their part, they were barking up the wrong tree.
So it's just a matter of one side of the other. She left the dog
in the car.
They're saying it's too hot.
I have to tell you, I am probably guilty of that. One time I did leave Sahara in the car when I ran to go. I don't know if it was Lucky or Buddy at the time, but one of them was being groomed at the Petco. Sahara was in the car. I had definitely left a lot of room for Sahara to breathe in the car. I was parked in the shade. It wasn't summertime. It wasn't hot. And I was in the store for 5 minutes. And when I came out, some lady yelled at me about leaving Sahara in the car.
Yeah, well, it's never a good idea when it's anything above 75 degrees because it gets really hot in the car.
I'm guilty of it. Yeah. I've done it. But, I mean, Sahara wasn't panting or anything like that. She was just like, where are you? So, yep. Anyway.
Wow. Well, I got an interesting news about, because there's always it's always debate of gun control. And of course, generally Democrats are the ones that are the biggest anti-gun people. And in kind of if you're talking about the definition of irony here, anti-gun senator shoots intruder is the name of the headline of this story. State Senator R.C. Soules, he's a Democrat from looks like North Carolina.
He's old.
Yeah, he's very old. He's probably 103.
He looks like an old librarian.
No, he's 74.
That's 74?
He looks older than 74. He's had a rough life. The good old RC is been doing some drinking or something in his life because he looks way older than 74.
We'll have to put this picture up, by the way. We'll put the story up.
Yeah, we'll have to put the story up. But it's a long-time anti-gun advocate, State Senator R.C. Soules, 74, shot one of 2 intruders at his home just outside Tabor City, North Carolina, about 5 p.m. Sunday. The prosecutor for the politician's home county said the intruder, Kyle Blackburn, was taken to the South Carolina hospital. I guess he must be right by
on the border.
On the border. But the injuries were not reported to be life-threatening, probably because the state senator was not a good shot. According to...
He's pretty freaking old.
Yeah.
You got to see this picture, folks. I wish Pat would have put it up on the screen.
Okay, but when my stepdad Jim was alive, do you think if somebody broke into his house that they would have survived?
No, hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. Jim on his deathbed could have took him down.
Yeah, exactly. But then again, he was a former airborne ranger, so maybe that makes something something to do with it.
Yes. Jim was a tough son of a bitch.
He was a tough son of a bitch right up till the end. So taken to a South Carolina hospital with injuries of not reporting to be life-threatening, according to Rex Gore, district attorney of Bladen and Brunswick County. I guess they have to double up because those counties are so small. The State Bureau of Investigations and Columbus County Sheriff's Department are investigating the shooting. Gore said Soules was not arrested, declined to discuss the incident Sunday evening. Why would he decline to discuss the incident? It's a shooting in your home.
But he's anti-gun. But because he's anti-gun.
Yeah, I am not in a position to talk to you, Soules said by telephone. I'm right in the middle of an investigation. The senator, who has made a career of being against gun ownership for the general public, didn't hesitate to defend himself and his own gun when he believed that he was in immediate danger of his life. Yeah. Again, the irony here. This is it just goes to show this is if you own a gun, this is part of the reason why you own a gun is so that you could protect your own life from the assholes that come into your house who stole somebody's gun.
Oh, absolutely.
It's you're not just out there. Most people that commit all these crimes, they're doing it because they have mental issues, and whether they have a gun or not, they're going to do it. But he basically is the living proof of why you need to be able to own a gun. So that it's pretty.
And he's anti-gun, and he owns a gun.
Hypocrite, and he's been on the forefront of trying to pull guns from everybody else, but yet
that's why he doesn't want to talk to people.
He's got it screwed now because every time he brings something up, they're just going to say, "So, Senator, didn't you save your own life?
Right, didn't you?
When those intruders came in and you shot them with your legally owned gun, didn't you? Didn't you do that?
I know I would. I know I would be saying that.
Oh yeah, I would be having fun with this guy left and right.
Well, Pat, be very careful if you decide to take a bus in Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City. Well, first of all,
where Jason Shaw lives.
Okay, first of all, two things.
Yes.
If I'm in Oklahoma City, I'm driving through Oklahoma City and trying not to stop. Secondly, I'm not taking a bus in Oklahoma City unless I didn't have enough money for a cab because my truck broke down and I needed to get somewhere.
Well,
so yeah,
there you go. Well, in Oklahoma City, a woman was arrested after downing Jello shots while driving a bus.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
An Oklahoma woman has been charged with downing Jello shots of alcohol while driving a commercial bus, has been arrested for violating state traffic laws.
You think?
Tammy Jones, 53, was arrested on Saturday on a complaint of driving while impaired as she was shuffling passengers in a bus at the Illinois River. No, sorry. It's really
She was shuffling passengers.
She was shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling.
She was playing cards with them.
She was shuffling.
They all had a number or a...
Oh, my God. I am so drunk.
Yeah,
no, I'm not.
I
need a Jello shot right now.
I read
She
drink.
was shuttling. It's really small print. She was shuttling passengers in a bus at the Illinois River near some popular summer destination.
You know, you can print this out larger so your eyes can read it.
Yes. Okay. Apparently, the passengers offered her Jello shots. What kind of a bus is this? Where
these people are not very bright.
Are giving her Jello shots.
Why the hell would you offer the bus driver supposed to get you
then
there
you
safely.
Complain about this bitch.
Well, she was drinking Jello shots. Where'd they get them?
To her.
No, first of all, she should have said no. But most importantly, why are you offering her those?
I wouldn't be on this bus. I never get on a bus where we're doing Jello shots.
It's like if you're on a plane and you offer the pilot a shot.
A shot.
Holy
Hey,
smokes.
pilot, before we take off, let's have a drink. Cheers. Oh my God, what kind of a bus is this? That people are doing Jello shots on buses?
Wow.
Oh my God. And then here's another really crazy story. I know you've got something, but here's something. Chicken, beer, and a bad recipe for a home burglar who fell asleep. In Lake Worth, Florida. Oh, we were at Lake Worth, remember? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Lake Worth. Remember the night we picked up my parents?
Yes,
and
that
there
was
a
Lake Worth,
shooting.
where there was a shooting.
Oh my! And the night we had to spend the night at the Denny's with the Golden Girls.
Yeah, because we couldn't get through to where they were having a seniors dance, and there was some hold up, or not a hold up, but a standoff,
shooting.
A shooting. A guy wound up killing himself, but it was a standoff with police and all this stuff like a block away from all, and they didn't even know anything was going on.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get in touch with my mother.
There was
thinking
a bunch of seniors dancing and getting drunk while people are shooting it up down the street.
And then we had to spend the night in Denny's with those Golden Girls, those old ladies.
I've never been in Denny's that long.
Oh
ever.
My gosh!
Ever
with gold, and after we had this amazing seafood dinner at some place that had key lime pie,
and we had to convince them that it was okay for us to stay there, so we had to buy like whatever.
We had to buy more food after we ate key lime pie. Oh my God! Well, a Florida family tells police this is in Lake Worth. Oh my gosh, Lake Worth. A Florida family tells police they came home to chicken bones. I can't even read this. It's too funny. They came home to chicken bones, empty beer bottles, and...
Okay, let me read this because you're not having any luck. Okay, because this is... Are you all right there? Apparently, it tells the police that they came home to chicken bones and empty beer bottles scattered about their kitchen floor.
It's the PBA. It's come back.
And the would-be robbers were passed out on their couch. So, beer bottles or beer cans, chicken bones, and
drug burgers,
and the people who broke into your house passed out on your couch. Palm Beach County Sheriff Office reports that the deputies found 22-year-old, not very smart Jacob Miller, still asleep when they responded Monday to the Lake Worth home in South Florida. After taking Miller into custody, deputies found numerous items of jewelry on the man that belonged to the family.
In Lake Worth.
The Palm Beach Post reports that Miller told deputies he went into the home because he needed a place to stay, but refused to answer any other questions. Needed a place to stay. Okay.
Chicken bones.
Miller was charged with burglary and theft. Records also showed an open warrant in Texas for burglary, shockingly enough. So, so he breaks into the house.
Eats their chicken.
Says, I'm going to steal some jewelry. Starts putting it in his pocket and goes,
oh, my God. That was so funny.
I'm a little hungry right now. I wonder if they got anything in the kitchen. Pops open the fridge. Ooh, a beer. Ooh, some chicken. Ooh, another beer.
More
Ooh,
chicken.
More chicken. I just sat there and gorged himself on cold chicken and beer until he passed out.
Oh my! And then the people come home.
And then he went to sleep on their couch like nobody was going to find him.
Oh my God!
Lake Worth is an interesting place.
Lake Worth. I don't think I want to go back to Lake Worth. Oh my God! When I pulled that story, I never thought I was going to laugh hysterical. That was very, very funny. Okay, enough. What do you have? You have something?
Well, I just have something fun here that the new Star Trek movies, the ones that. With Chris Pine as Captain Kirk, right?
Yeah, he's hot.
Well, he's hot.
He's hot.
He's hot. Apparently, Chris Pine, Captain Kirk, is going to play the boyfriend of the new Wonder Woman. So Captain Kirk and Wonder Woman are going to be dating. So it says...
but he's not Captain Kirk.
No, not in that. But still, he's still Captain Kirk. Come on. If it was... if we went back 30 years and Linda Carter was doing a Wonder Woman movie... and we happen to have Bill Shatner as her boyfriend, we would still be saying, shit, Captain Kirk is Wonder Woman's boyfriend.
We still say Captain Kirk is getting it on with somebody.
Exactly.
It's going to be a Priceline commercial.
He's like 84 and he's still hooking it up.
Well, driving motorcycles and all kinds of stuff.
So Chris Pine, it says, in 2017, this is a standalone Wonder Woman movie. We'll finally get to see what a female-skewed superhero movie looks like in this modern comic book-dominated era. Wonder Woman rush off to save the city? Okay, whatever.
Will she rush off?
She's
gonna rush.
Rush. But apparently, Chris Pine is going to just play her boyfriend. So Wonder Woman is going to have Captain Kirk, and he's not going to save anybody. He's not jumping on any hoods of cars.
He's just the boyfriend.
He's just the boyfriend.
Who's playing Wonder Woman? Do we know yet?
It should say in here. I didn't even care about that because it was too funny.
You didn't care about it?
I'm sure she's going to be hot. I'm sure she has to be hot.
You don't think it's going to be Melissa McCarthy?
Melissa McCarthy? No.
Mike and Molly?
No, I'm looking up here to see who it says, but
okay.
I forget. I'm sure I'll look it up. I'll post the article there
on our site.
But it's kind of funny. On our Staying Up with Pat and Jodi.
Staying Up with Pat and Jodi. It's going to say Sight and Sound page. Staying Up with Pat and Jodi page.
So it's more. It's funny. The article's more about Chris Pine than it is about Wonder Woman. But she better be hot because let's face it. You can't. First off, it's Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman is hot, drawn hot. Always hot, and the fact that our Wonder Woman that all of us that are our age know was hot.
Of course,
so
Wonder Woman is always hot.
Linda Carter,
she still looks hot.
Great.
Yes.
So you're going to have somebody at least in the ballpark of Linda Carter for this. Otherwise, Plus,
I'm sure.
Yeah. So
I'm sure.
I just thought that was funny that Captain Kirk and Wonder Woman are going to be.
Yes. And do you know it's snowing in Wyoming right now?
No, it's not.
It is. Summer snow turns Wyoming mountains into a winter wonderland. So we don't live in Wyoming. So if you're complaining about the heat, that it's too hot.
Because you're sweating right now.
I'm sweating because it's hot in the studio and I'm wearing a sweater.
Why the hell would you wear a sweater?
Well,
it's 104 degrees outside. It's 104 degrees outside. We're in a tight studio. It's the middle of summer in Las Vegas, and you're wearing a sweater.
I'm just thinking about John Cena.
Yeah, you're still thinking about John Cena and that towel dangling
and that chicken.
off.
And what I would do with chicken, beer, and John Cena.
Oh, boy.
Some chicken, some beer, and some John Cena. There we go. By the way, great feedback on the Sharknado show, but there was a great white shark that put a damper on a marathon swim. They had to cancel a marathon swim in San Francisco because a great white shark was spotted swimming around the ocean. Well, the Golden Gate Bridge.
And here's the thing: they get great whites.
Why would you do this?
They get great whites, and they get sharks. Period in San Francisco Bay Area. Constantly, and they do migrate north and south, and they do see them there all the time. But there's sharks there year round. I mean, it's actually fairly shark-infested waters. When they
by
talk
the Golden
about,
Gate Bridge, and everything?
When they talk about like Alcatraz, one of the things they talked about how was so unlikely with the escape from Alcatraz that all those guys actually made it was because one, the water is so cold, and two, that it's the waters are shark infested, especially during certain times of the year, and that these sharks hunt at night. So there's a lot of sharks in that area, and they just saw a great white in Huntington Beach a few weeks ago. Now, granted, generally this time of year, they're in the summertime, they're going north. So who knows that shark that was in Huntington Beach could be one of the ones that's going north, San Francisco, because they do migrate to colder waters.
Now, when do we see whale? When do we make it to whale watching? When's whale watching season again?
Whales happen all year round. It just depends on which ones.
But in California, there's a time of the month.
Spring and fall, you're seeing more of them because depends on the migration path. There are times a year you see different whales.
So our next trip to California, maybe we'll see some whales.
We'll check on the Aquarium of the Pacific website.
Right.
And they actually list what time of year the different whales migrate past.
That's definitely on my bucket list of things to do.
Yeah, go whale watching.
I definitely want to say. Although when we were coming home from one of our Catalina Island trips, didn't we see a dead whale?
We saw a
carcass?
dead whale. Yeah, and carcass that sharks were feeding on, by the way.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't see the shark.
Yeah, there was some sharks feeding on it.
Oh.
And then there was thousands of dolphins that were going after some fish. And
that I remember.
The birds.
That I remember.
And then the birds, it was like the movie Birds because they follow these dolphins knowing that they herd these fish into these groups. So the birds try to pick off whatever the dolphins aren't getting. So it was just a weird scene to see hundreds of dolphins and thousands of birds.
It was like National Geographic. It was the most amazing thing. Right, I was afraid that we were going to hit the dolphins with the boat.
No, they're pretty smart. They
were like
right
now. You could pet them. If you stuck your hand in the water, you could have totally pet a stray dolphin. Like we were that close.
Yeah, they were everywhere.
Everywhere. So yeah, we'll have to plan a Catalina excursion coming up soon.
Yeah,
I think.
Go check out some. Well,
we got to do New Orleans. Remember?
New Orleans.
You know, I got to go back to the Voodoo Princess, and right now I can move my arms. Ooh. We'll see if that's true. I don't even know if I want to take that chance. Right now my arms are a little sore from working out.
Yeah.
You're so quiet. Why?
I don't know. Voodoo
Did you ever have things?
Annoys me.
Stop it. Did you ever have things that Las Vegas, like you want to ask? Like you're a Las Vegan now, so are there things that you'd like to ask a tourist? Are there things like when you see tourists down on the boulevard? Are there some things that you'd like to ask them?
Yeah, can you show me your boobs? Is that
That's what they asked us. Well, according to the Las Vegas RJ, our newspaper, the Review Journal, we have 13 things Las Vegas locals want to ask tourists. Number 1, when you're gambling, why don't you tip your cocktail waitresses?
Because they're cheap.
Number 2, what did you enjoy most about Las Vegas? Would you like to ask people that question?
Kind of.
Well, what do they like?
If it was
most?
A family member, maybe. So, what'd you like the best about your trip? But if it's just a tourist,
Why don't you use the crosswalks? Seriously, they're there for a reason. Why doesn't anybody use crosswalks? Well, I'll tell you why they don't use the crosswalks in Las Vegas. I can tell you because when people visit Las Vegas, they think it's Disneyland.
They do. They think it's Disneyland.
They think it's like Disney. They see the strip and the lights, and they just think you can walk in the middle of the road.
Yeah, we're crossing Main Street in Disneyland is basically what they're saying.
And people love to jump in fountains, by the way,
yeah.
or in the Bellagio. Remember, we just had a gentleman last Thursday. I think it was Thursday night. A guy, or Friday. Jumped in the Bellagio fountains. And wouldn't get out.
And
for 2 hours.
Caused $5,000 damage because he started...
$5,000?
Yeah, $5,000 damage.
Because
he started kicking some of the
cannons,
the
whatever.
Cannons, yeah, and screwed up, I think, 1 or 2 of them, and they had to fix it.
I see tour, like on a Saturday night, if I'm running from one property to another property, I see people actually in fountains swimming.
Here's the thing. You're drunk. You're in the desert. It's 105 degrees. Yeah, that seems like a good idea when you're drunk and you're hot.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. What does Las Vegas mean to you? I wouldn't want to ask that. Do you realize you can't drive with an open container of booze?
Yeah, well, that's something that's more educating people than you're not asking them. It's more educating them.
What can we work on to make your next trip better? Who cares?
Yeah, that's up. The casinos can ask.
Oh,
that.
I like this question. Do you act like this in your hometown?
First off, we already know
Vegas.
Vegas, that's got to be the dumbest question out of all of them because we already know that people come to Vegas to do stuff that they wouldn't do anywhere else.
They come to Vegas to do things that they wouldn't do with a farm animal.
Hopefully
maybe they
wouldn't
would.
do a lot with a farm. Yeah, you never know. It depends on the
They would. We
depends
did
on
see,
where.
Come on, The Hangover. There was a chicken walking across the Hangover
you
One.
Never know.
And what makes you come back to Vegas?
Because they could do stuff here that
Because
they
you can
can't
do things you can't do
home.
in your hometown. We answered that question.
Jeez Louise.
Have you ever had a better experience than Las Vegas? Have you ever been like, no, there's nothing better than Las Vegas.
Some people, when they screw up, that's going to be an easy one because a lot of people overindulge and they have a horrible time because they screw up. But yeah, so
here's my favorite one. Why do you come to Las Vegas in August, then complain about the heat?
Because you're a dumbass.
Because you think it's like, why do you
go to Palm Springs in August and complain
I don't go
to
Palm Springs.
No,
I would never go to Palm Springs.
People go to Palm Springs in the summertime, and it's hotter in Palm Springs than it is here.
Why do you like those yardstick drinks?
Because
it's Vegas.
Because it's Vegas.
Because it's Vegas.
Again, another very stupid
isn't this
question.
Like stupid?
Yeah.
These are really dumb.
Who came up with these?
The RJ.
Okay, first of all, somebody from Cleveland came up with these.
Somebody from Cleveland. Don't pick on Cleveland.
Oh, come on.
Even LeBron picked on Cleveland. Remember, he was picking on it.
LeBron was part of the Cleveland Visitors Authority, is what he was. He was trying to sell it. Watch the movie, you'll get what we're saying.
Why do you think our winters aren't cold? Because we're in a desert. Like, people come to Las Vegas in the winter in shorts.
They don't think deserts aren't cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just a misconception.
Yeah,
so.
and this is stupid.
But again, it's not
these
very,
are dumb.
not very well
I'm done.
conceived.
Yeah,
not very well conceived.
I mean,
question.
if I had to ask a question to
Let me ask. Let's say it was the RJ.
Yeah.
Did they have an intern write these questions?
I think so. Now, let me ask you. If you had to ask a question to a tourist, what question would you ask? I think I like the one, like, do you act this way in your own hometown? I think that's a...
We already know what the answer is to that.
Yeah,
so
they're going to be like, hey, man, it's Vegas. I could do whatever I want.
I think they more have questions for us than we have questions for them. We know why people come to Vegas. So that's, again, it's kind of a silly... you don't come to Vegas, to just... relax. Most people don't come here to just relax. They come here to do something wrong or something dirty
what's so funny though,
gamble or whatever.
You know what's funny, Pat? We have friends and colleagues that come here all year long, like the DJ show multiple times and video conferences and things like that. And then people get pissed, like they want to know why we don't want to hang out with them. Like, let's go to
this nightclub.
Let's go to this nightclub. And I'm like, really, dude? We live here. Like, we don't want to go to these places. Or let's eat at I can't think of what crazy restaurant, but let's go to Andre's French restaurants. And why don't you want to come to dinner with us? Gee, we don't want to drop $300 down for a dinner. We live here.
We live here. It's to you, you're on vacation. To us, it's Wednesday night.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to know why we don't want to hang with you and go to these places, that's the reason why. I mean, yeah, I like the company, and but people have to understand we live here.
We're not on vacation.
We're not on vacation. We can't go to the strip clubs. Well, we can. We can. But you know what I'm saying.
But here's the thing. If I was on vacation, I wouldn't want to go to a strip club. So that's
unless you're in Cleveland.
No. Especially
those strippers were very nice in Cleveland. They were very nice girls.
Yeah, I could think of a lot of other things I'd rather do than go to a strip club.
All right. Well, with that, I'm done.
It's like going to a buffet and not being allowed to eat. Hey, come in and spend a lot of money and smell the food. I never understood strip clubs in the sense that it's
fun. Strip clubs are fun. I went to one strip club in Cleveland and I had a great time. It was fun.
Okay.
But I got a lap dance.
All right,
I'm proud to admit it. I got a lap dance. I didn't get off on it or anything like that. It was just, it was not, I mean, the girl was nice. We were talking.
We were talking. We were just having a little conversation.
I got to be honest with you. The strip club.
Cleveland.
It's Cleveland. What else is there to do in Cleveland? No, seriously, I'm like you. I don't get all hot and bothered if I go to Chippendales or any of that. It doesn't bother me. I would rather rush on over to the FSW and just look at some hot guys in trunks and watch them
that are wrestling each other. Sweaty guys wrestle each other.
Especially ones that are about 6'2", 4
and up,
6'4", with a great tan.
She doesn't like the short ones, is what you say.
No, I don't like the short ones.
There are a few of those. There are a few little ones there.
I am in so much trouble.
So thank you so much for watching and listening or watching, whichever one you happen to be doing.
And you can find us on Facebook, Staying Up with Pat and Jodi, where we post a lot of these articles, by the way. If they catch the lion, we will let you know.
So the best thing to do is go on Facebook, look up Staying Up with Pat and Jodi.
Because the Twitter works.
And like it.
Just like it.
And like it. Go on Twitter, type in Staying Up with Pat and Jodi and like it. Follow it. Same thing, to be able to watch this on YouTube, just go on to YouTube and type in Staying Up with Pat and Jodi. We will pop right up.
And
you go to our page.
Please watch our show.
Subscribe to the page and watch us. Watch us. So you don't have to just listen to us. You can on SoundCloud. You can watch us. So look up Staying Up with Pat and Jodi, however you do it. Like us, share us, comment. Tell us how much you love us, how much you hate us, what you think of the stories.
Don't say how much you hate us. I'm very sensitive.
Very sensitive.
Very sensitive.
Very sensitive. But we do appreciate all of you. Well, maybe not all of you, but, some of you.
We do appreciate Mike Walker.
Some of you we really don't like, but that's, that's something totally different.
Some of you assholes, you know who you are.
Yeah, go F yourselves. That's right.
But the rest of you, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Good night.
Let's go eat some cheesecake.
See you next week.
I like that. Don't go anywhere.
You're an animal.